What path would you recommend for someone now, and I'm sure you get this question a lot, for someone who wants to follow a similar path?
I think, you know, today it's much more important to have a degree than it used to be. There's still opportunities to be out there, maybe using photography or writing. It really depends on the individual and what their skills are and how determined they are. And I think the most important thing is it's got to be something you really do care about, and you really have to want to do it. And it's not easy. So be sure, and don't jump into things too quickly, and start off volunteering. There's quite a lot of projects that you can volunteer and find out if it's the sort of thing you really want to do.
You've been on the road all week long. You mentioned that you tend to travel 300 days a year.
A year long.
A year long, exactly. Are you ever going to retire?
I can't. Now, my body will force me to stop traveling like this. As long as my mind's working, you know, I want to use it to, well, especially I'd like time for writing. But who knows? We don't know what's going to happen to our body. So I have to make use of every minute now. And people say you should slow down, you're over 80. But actually that means I've got less long to live and still so much to do. So rather than slow down, you have to speed up, which is absurd, but anyway.
Even if you don't retire for a long time to come, how do you ensure, you know, obviously this is an effort that needs generations of persistence to maintain conservation. How do you ensure that it carries on in a way that's detached from you as a person? We
think about that a lot. One, it's obviously necessary to build up an endowment because, you know, some of our programs, we really need to endow them to be sure when I'm gone that there's, you know, sufficient money to make them work. But the main thing for me, all my efforts would be in vain, all the efforts of everybody who's trying to conserve and protect would be useless if we're not raising new generations to be better stewards than we've been. And that's why I spend more than half my time working on the Roots and Shoots program and inspiring youth. And they are inspired generations coming up. And I get really angry. I've heard people give motivational speeches to groups of young people and say, it's your responsibility, it's your world, it's your responsibility. It's our responsibility, and we have to help them to find the best way forward to correct the horrible damage that we've done to their world.